Well. Over 8 years since Dwayne Johnson was announced to play the titular arch-nemesis of Earth's mightiest mortal, Shazam. And everybody loves Dwayne Johnson, right? He's funny, likable, and charismatic. He was loved as the people's champion of the WWE, and ever since, he has played different variations of the persona in nearly every movie he's been in. But how well does he play Black Adam? How is Black Adam? With how long it's been in development, surely the DCEU won't fail to give us a competent product, right?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Black Adam starts with a quick narration of the origins of our main character. Tet Adam was a slave to a tyrant in the nation of Kandak named Acton. Acton was obsessed with dark magic and wanted to gather Eternium, a mineral with magic properties native to Kandak. He conquered the formerly self-governing nation so that he could enslave its people and have it dig it up for him. He plans to use it to forge the crown of Sabak and infuse it with the 6 demons of the ancient world. And what do you mean, what demons? The 6 demons of the ancient world. Everyone knows who they are.
You stupid!
And King Acton will become invincible. But then the Council of Wizards gave the power of Shazam to a rebellious slave boy so he could restore the balance. But the crown was already done. Acton summoned its power and battled the champion of the wizards.
In the ensuing battle, the palace was destroyed, but the champion was victorious.
R.I.P. Palace, you will be missed. Afterwards, the wizards hid the crown. Yes, hid, as in hide, instead of just destroying it. And the champion was never heard from again. Cut to present day and Kandak still isn't free and is now occupied by Intergang. We meet a group of people looking for the crown of Sabak before Intergang can get to it. And their plan is to hide it again. They go into a cave and Adriana reads a bunch of text that basically tells you that the magic that was too dangerous to be wielded by anyone is right there.
The ultimate power was banished from the earth and hidden here.
You're a fucking idiot.
Why even write that? How about you don't write anything? Or just lie, damn it. They also do this with Ted Adams' tube. They tell you how to wake him up while saying not to.
Speak not his power, so he may suffer a dreamless sleep for all eternity.
Don't look where I'm pointing!
The crown.
The wizards hid the crown of Sabak so that it would never again fall into the hands of man. The wizards hid the crown of Sabak so that it would never again fall into the hands of man. The wizards hid the crown of Sabak. The wizards hid the crown of Sabak.
There's no way this crown was hidden for this long.
This mountain has kept the crown of Sabak safe for 5,000 years.
With all the foreign invaders that have shown up to exploit this country's resources, Intergang sinking out old relics and seizing them.
I thought Intergang seized all the old relics.
You're telling me no one stumbled on the crown? Not even by accident? All you have to do is walk into the cave, climb the rock and grab it. No booby traps, no nothing. Anyway, it turns out Intergang mercenaries were following them or something. Actually, they were secretly led there by Ishmael, who is working for Intergang.
I told you to make it look real, not to punch me in the face.
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
It's over.
Why is he talking like that?
Don't move, unless you want to join your mate.
Acting.
Mightiest of mortals. God of gods.
Wait, I thought all you had to do was say his power.
Shazam!
Adriana frees Black Adam to save herself and her friends, and he starts killing the soldiers. Oh, I remember this. Not sure how this guy is able to track the rock when he's moving this fast, but whatever movie. They all die, but Black Adam somehow forgets one. He gets cocky and is knocked out by an Eternium rocket. And then we are introduced to the Justice Society. Amanda Waller instructs Hawkman to gather a team to take down Black Adam because he's a loose cannon and they don't want him hurting innocent people. First, we have Cyclone. She is the movie equivalent of a spammer in a fighting game. Then we have Atom Smasher, our comic relief. And finally, the coolest character in the entire movie, Kent Nelson, aka Dr. Fate. Damn, he looks so cool, doesn't he? I sure hope nothing bad happens to him. The Rock wakes up in Adriana's home and her annoying geek of a son starts rambling because he's a massive geek.
So you can really fly.
Black Adam Adam gets tired of Exposition Boy and is told by Adriana that there's more intergang mercenaries to deal with. Black Adam finds them, takes them out, no stress, and is confronted by the Justice Society. The plan is to get him to say Shazam and deactivate his powers because there's no chance they'll beat him in a fight.
Question, if he's so powerful, how are we supposed to stop him?
If we can get him to say the word Shazam, Fifth Adam will lose his power.
And we're hoping since he's had a few thousand years to sleep it off, we can peacefully negotiate the terms of his existence.
Keep this in mind. Hawkman catches two men dropped to their death by Black Adam and gets booed by the crowd.
I don't know their crimes, but whatever they are, these men should face due process.
Well, good luck with that.
We're the Justice Society. Our mission is to protect global stability. We're here to restore peace to Kahndaq, and we will use force if necessary.
There's no place for you in the world of man. You have two choices: kneel or die.
Question, if he's so powerful, how are we supposed to stop him?
If we can peacefully negotiate the terms of his existence.
Whatever you say. Now it's funny that Hawkman says that they are there to restore peace to Kahndaq, unironically, when their goal is to capture Black Adam and fuck off. This isn't a Task Force X type group, by the way. Not really. They're not criminals, they're superheroes. Yet they never bothered with taking out Intergang even though they knew about Kahndaq's situation.
Superman, Batman, Aquaman, you're way more stacked than any of them. And they're not coming to Kahndaq to save us.
Why the fuck not?
The Justice Society engages Black Adam and fights recklessly. Probably killed more innocent people in this fight than Black Adam ever did. Still not as bad as Man of Steel though. What the fuck, Cyclone? Well, at least Dr. Fate is being responsible. Okay.
Why do you want Ted Adam to surrender? He's the champion of Kahndaq. Who are you? The Justice Society?
Adriana gives the Justice Society shit for never trying to save Kahndaq despite their suffering at the hands of foreign invaders. International stability, he says. And he doesn't have a counter for this. Again, the movie has basically told us that they knew about Intergang and did nothing. Not even Superman. Did they not tell him? These are superheroes, for God's sake. You might be thinking that this might be part of the movie's point because Adriana says this. But it creates a problem and demolishes the movie's goal to paint Black Adam as an anti-hero who gets an idea of what it means to be a true hero from the Justice Society. Kahndaq was under military occupation from Intergang for how long?
For 27 years and never seen you before.
And they just allowed the people to suffer. If Black Adam never appeared, this group that is about protecting international stability would never show up.
Just say Shazam. We all go home.
Dr. Fate, however, seems more interested in the fact that she has the crown, but she's giving it to Amon, which is a funny thing to do when she didn't want him involved in any way with her plans.
You want to be a hero, huh?
I do, yeah.
Go home. Do your homework. Your time will come one day. But not today, son.
Hawkman tells her that Black Adam isn't a real hero and nearly destroyed Kahndaq with his rage in the past. So she decides to help them negotiate with him and confront Black Adam with the new information she has.
They say that you didn't come here to seek justice. That you came to exact revenge. And in your anger, your power grew until it became uncontrollable. And the Council of Wizards was forced to deem you unworthy of the gifts that you were granted. It wasn't your tomb that I opened, was it? It was your prison.
The movie gives us an extended scene of Black Adam confronting King Acton, but it changes nothing. There's no reason for our opinion of the character of Black Adam to change at all. Whether or not he killed this guy individually, the palace is still going to be destroyed and there's no way anyone but Black Adam survives. I know they say his power grew uncontrollably and shit, but the blast is still the same. I thought we were going to see the blast killing tons of innocent people outside of the King's Men, or a larger explosion decimating the homes of Kahndaq. But nah, it's the same thing. He's also seen killing in the present and he was seen as a hero anyway.
But before you zap them.
Catchphrase, then kill.
Yes.
The men in my tomb, they were your enemies.
Yes.
Then your enemies have vanquished. Condemned to the eternal sleep of the damned.
The only new information here is that he was imprisoned, not buried. Don't know why the Council of Wizards couldn't just rob him of the powers they gave him, but whatever, movie.
How about I rip your little wings off instead?
I'd like to see you try.
Okay, more fighting won't solve this.
I disagree.
Me too.
One thing that gets really annoying as the movie progresses is when Hawkman talks like he could take on Black Adam in a fight after getting beat up easily.
I know it got lost in all the confusion, but we still have some issues to settle here.
How long we gonna keep doing this?
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me!
But the confrontation is cut short with the news of Ishmael showing up at the house to retrieve the crown. For some reason, this guy tries to take the boy instead of the crown or the bag. Ishmael only discovers that he no longer has it after this. So Black Adam chases them around the city but is unable to catch up to them for some reason, even though we know how fast he is. Hawkman decides to help Black Adam under the condition that he doesn't kill, and the rest of the Justice Society join in. Ishmael is able to escape with Amon and his uncle is injured.
He didn't make it.
I mean, I guess this is a funny scene, but Black Adam is definitely fast enough to catch that guy for Dr. Fate to interrogate. Quick, Doctor, break their minds.
Bring me the prisoner. I'll break his mind.
What did you do with my son?
Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate! Okay, but it's all good. The interrogation is successful and now on to rescue Amon.
There is no we here. There are only heroes and there are villains.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hawkman, this isn't the time for this. We've already established that you can't beat him. Just let him. And Dr. Fate just decides to sit back and eat white chin chin or whatever and watch the fight instead of stopping it. Maybe he knew Hawkman would get bodied right away. The only reason this happens is so that they can find the crown by complete accident.
There are no accidents.
Black Adam and Adriana decide to work with the Justice Society to save Amon, using the crown as leverage.
King must have had a really strong neck.
No, it snapped when I killed him.
They find Amon's location and Black Adam goes on to take out everyone with ease until he runs into a force field.
Your Eternium shield, unbreakable even with your powers.
Ishmael gets the crown and reveals that he's the last living descendant of King Acton and is planning to wield the crown to take over Kahndaq. He then lets the shield down after taunting Black Adam and shoots at Amon anyway.
What the fuck?
Hang on, Black Adam just traveled a greater distance than the bullet, intercepted it and in the same motion releases his electric blast. If Black Adam is moving faster than a speeding bullet, how is Ishmael able to put on the crown at this speed? He would have to fire the gun, drop it and then put on the crown, all while Black Adam is moving faster than a bullet. How is Dr. Fate able to create his shield while this is happening? If he's that fast, he could have easily protected Amon while the shield was down for a few minutes. How the hell is Hawkman moving that fast? No one should be moving this fast. What the fuck?
He's alive. But we need to get him to the medical bay.
Where is he shot?
It wasn't a bullet. It was me.
Are Hawkman's wings stronger than Dr. Fate's shield? How is he hurt when his mother is fine?
How long we gonna keep doing this?
What will you learn? What will you learn?
Ishmael said you cried when Hurut died. Who's Hurut?
Harut was the true champion of Kahndaq. And he was also my son. The wizards decided that he would be their champion. But after the champion's many victories, the king went after what Harut loved the most. Our family.
What? Then why did the wizards say they chose recklessly if Tet Adam wasn't chosen? If Ruth was the real champion and had many victories, then how did the records have Tet Adam's name if he apparently only showed up to kill the king and his men out of revenge? Why would they just assume it was Ruth if they didn't know that there were two champions? Your ancient texts are bloody useless, aren't they, Hawkman?
We have access to ancient texts that have been kept secret for centuries.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
We've seen how powerful Black Adam is. This guy can take out any modern army by himself with how strong he is. Why the hell wasn't King Acton already defeated by Ruth after many victories?
After the champion's many victories.
Why would he need many victories? He could have done it all on day one. He would only need one victory. Not call this a nitpick because if Ruth defeats King Acton, who doesn't even have the power of the crown yet, then the king doesn't go after his family. Ruth doesn't have to give his father the power of Shazam to save him. He doesn't die and this entire movie doesn't happen. Black Adam finally surrenders and is imprisoned underwater. But it's still not over.
My vision has always shown me great calamity. The world in flames. We can stop it. But you die.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Adriana figures out that Ishmael actually planned to have Black Adam kill him because his magic would send him to the Rock of Finality, where he would meet the 6 demons and be reborn as Sabak.
As life is the path to death.
Your death is a path to life. The wizards have their champion. Now we have ours.
But it seems like Ishmael didn't account for Black Adam when he went after the crown initially.
The crown wasn't the only thing waiting for us down here.
And King Acton definitely didn't account for the power of the champion. But sure, movie, I believe you.
Now prepare to die.
Why does he sound like that? He sounds like me trying to imitate Ronan the Accuser.
You're mortal. How?
They all face up against Sabak and do way better than they did against Black Adam. And it looked like he was humoring them.
It's supposed to be me.
I didn't tell you my whole vision, old friend. I did see your death, but I also found a way to prevent it.
Well, imagine my shock.
The audacity of DCU introducing Dr. Fate just to take him out this early. Thanks a lot, dickheads. Dr. Fate confronts Sabak himself in a cool fight, and during this, he decides to free Black Adam as he believes he's the only one with the power to defeat him. Not sure why he removes all his restraints except the most important one, but I guess we need to see base form Ted Adam take on armed guards with his bare hands, even though he was a slave, not a warrior. What? You can fly, you fucking idiot!
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Can't believe they had him die at the hands of an absolute jobber of a villain. Sabak sits on the throne and becomes more powerful, and then he summons an undead army that are sluggish and can't fight for shit. Just so our human characters would have something to do during the movie's climax. With enough drivers, this army can easily be dealt with.
Shazam.
Oh, thank God Black Adam is back. Go ahead, mate, end this movie.
Let the fate of Kandar be decided by the true battle of champions.
He sounds like he's about to yawn. Almost as if he knows how boring he is.
Burrito, taco, taco, burrito, taco, taco, taco. Don't think just because I got a lot of money, I'll give you taco flavored kisses, honey. Fulfill all your wishes with my taco flavored kisses.
Tell him the man in black sent you.
Oh, thank God it's over. Hawkman warms up to Black Adam and leaves him be because reasons. It's not like the Black Adam we saw at the beginning wouldn't have wanted to defeat Sabak anyway. He's the same as he's always been. Black Adam's lesson is an illusion as well as the nobility and competence of the heroes the movie provides, Dr. Fate being the exception. At the beginning of the story, Black Adam is presented as an anti-hero that kills evil people to rob them of their chance to kill again.
You think yourself a hero, but you would let these criminals go free, knowing that many more will suffer at their hands unless we end them now.
He is a necessary evil. After his confrontation with the Justice Society, the movie tries to convince us that he's actually worse than that, even though, as I explained, the new information given to Adriana shouldn't change anything based on what we've been shown.
That's a lot of damage.
When Black Adam saves Amon from a bullet guaranteed to kill him, his recklessness hurts Amon, which means very little because not only does he recover very quickly, but he recovers quicker than he would have if Black Adam did nothing. Regardless, Black Adam feels guilty and allows himself to be imprisoned. After he's freed and given the speech by Dr. Fate.
We were wrong about you. The world doesn't always need a white knight. Sometimes it needs something darker.
Black Adam does what he would have done anyway. He defeats Sabak. Rhodes is said to be a better hero, but we are not shown how he deals with threats any differently from his father. King Acton somehow has the chance to kill his family, which probably means he would have had the chance to kill others. Even though Rhodes should definitely be powerful enough to defeat him without killing him in just one day. And I'm being very generous to Acton here. Adam Smasher and Cyclone just sort of do as they're told.
You are not a hero.
No, I'm not. But he is.
Yeah, let's talk about this guy. You see, Hawkman is presented as a hero with a binary understanding of morality.
There are only heroes and there are villains.
But if that's true, then he shouldn't be comfortable working with Amanda Waller.
Being 16 in the state of Louisiana means that under the right circumstances, she could be tried as an adult. And if convicted, could be sent right here to Old Belle Reve. And in here, well, you never know what might happen to a frail young thing like that. Shames me to say that we have the highest mortality rate in the entire U.S. prison system.
There's no way Hawkman would not know the kind of person she is given how familiar they seem to be with each other. If Hawkman doesn't believe in the concept of an anti-hero or a necessary evil, he should constantly be trying to bring her to justice. Yet we don't get anything remotely close to a disagreement between the two.
Oh, and good morning to you too.
Shove it up your ass, Carter.
Given how many innocent people she's willing to kill or let die in the name of the greater good, Hawkman should either be at constant odds with her like he is with Black Adam, or he should understand Black Adam better than everyone else on the team. You simply cannot have a black and white understanding of good and evil and not see Amanda Waller as anything but a villain. And I suppose he just knew the hem of Naboo would let him touch it.
I wouldn't touch that if I was you.
Why not?
Because that helmet is from another planet. It's millions of years old. It chooses who it lets touch it.
What happens if I touch it anyway?
Soul-crushing terror? Or something.
Atom Smasher and Cyclone are the most inexperienced in the group, so their recklessness is believable. But the movie's acknowledgement of this seems partial. Atom Smasher gets criticized for this.
Me and you. When we get back to the ship,
Yes, sir.
me and you.
But Cyclone gets away with this.
I am Dr. Fate, sorcerer, agent of the Lords of Order, defender against darkness and chaos.
Speaking of Dr. Fate, he's my favorite character in the entire movie, which is why it pissed me off that he got jobbed to this muppet in his first appearance in the DCEU. Sometimes the movie seems to make the mistake of conflating his lack of urgency in certain instances for experience, but it's still clear that he's the most seasoned hero in the group. He's more patient and diplomatic. But there's no reason for him to make Hawkman think he's going to die, other than the movie feeling the need to have some kind of twist.
World in flames. We can stop it. But you die.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
It's a shame that we won't be seeing more of Dr. Fate in the future. The fucking helm of Naboo disintegrates, so it's not like we're getting a successor of any kind. Adriana is my second favorite character in the movie. She's the most relatable and the most consistent in my opinion. They could have had her contribute to the climax with her knowledge like she does in other parts of the movie. Having her fight Sabak's bodies is just fucking dumb. Amon sort of annoys the shit out of me, to be honest. He just won't shut the fuck up. He does have some redeeming qualities though. He's cunning and very quick on his feet. Hiding the crown behind the cabinet in his room and drawing Ishmael away with the empty bag was a clever move. I have no compliments for the villain of this movie. He's there to be defeated and for no other reason. He's not a character, he's an obstacle. This movie didn't need him at all. Seeing as the movie is about Black Adam's status as a Dark Knight or an anti-hero, it really should have just been about the conflict between the Justice Society and the Black Adam. Take out the stuff about the Crown of Sabak and flesh out the conflict between heroes and the necessary evil. That way, Black Adam would be both the hero of his own story and the villain of the movie. By doing more to showcase his darkness, the movie's message of how the world doesn't always need a white knight will be executed better because Black Adam would be a proper Dark Knight. And then you can end the movie with his capture and have an after credit scene where Waller shows up and talks about releasing him in order to combat a new threat. But instead, we get a shallow video game boss you have to beat to progress to the next level. If this movie was just about the conflict between the Justice Society and Black Adam, then the sequel will have more time to make Ishmael a better villain. The after credit scene isn't worth talking about because we know Henry Cavill isn't going to be playing Superman anymore, which is a massive bloody shame. I don't have much of anything to say about performances. Dwayne Johnson might not be playing The Rock as much in this movie, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's playing Black Adam well enough. Yeah, he definitely seemed really broken up about it. I can feel your grief pouring out of my screen. The visual effects are very inconsistent. Sometimes it looks fine, sometimes it doesn't. The way he flies looks weird sometimes. It reminds me of Superman and Wonder Woman using super speed. But it's not like it's a complete eyesore or anything like that. Black Adam has no business being this bad with the amount of time and potential it had. The movie had The Rock and it still bombed. I've seen people say that if it was a Marvel movie, everyone would be sucking it off. Regardless of if this is true or not, it wouldn't make this a good movie. Besides, Marvel's reputation is at its worst right now.
He almost tasted that. Num 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 num, eat it up. Go play okay, 3, 2, 1. You know I'm the hottest.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Black Adam screws up in ways that it shouldn't and doesn't take full advantage of the core point of the movie. The movie contradicts itself because it doesn't seem to care how it progresses its plot, and ironically, this attitude ends up breaking it. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, all that shit. You can also support me on Patreon with just $5 a month. Links in the description. I'll try my best to post more regularly now. I'll be doing movie and TV reviews from now on. I think I'll also be doing anime reviews as well. So stay tuned.